Okay. Okay, Kenny, most businessmen what?
Most businessmen take airplane to save time.
Yeah, catch airplane
Catch airplane.
to save their time for the trip, right? Right.
Yeah.
Good. So we use types of people, right? Okay. Next. All right. A native speaker will talk about the types of people that A is popular with. For example, you choose motorbike. You need to pick the types of people, right? That is popular with that motorbike. If you pick spicy food, so you need to choose the type of people that like spicy food, right? Rather than saying that all people like it. So a better answer that does not generalize. Generalize means you say it in general. In general, a lot of elderly Vietnamese people like drinking tea, though there are some who do not like tea. But in general, a lot, but not all of them, right? So it makes sense. You cannot say people in Vietnam like drinking tea. No, not all of them. Okay. So let's say in general, go ahead in your sentence. In general what? Ian, are you here? Yeah, he's here. If what your sentence? In general.
In general, a lot of teenager Vietnamese people like drinking milk tea.
Vietnamese teenager like
Vietnamese teenagers like drinking milk tea.
milk tea. Okay, boba,
Yes.
right? Milk tea.
Mm-hmm.
So here we call boba. Though,
Boba.
though,
Although
yeah,
there are some
who do not, right?
who do not like
boba or
boba or milk tea.
boba or milk tea. Right? So that is how you answer the question or how you express the idea. Got it? Okay. Hoa Sen, Lotus. So Hoa Sen em chọn là spicy food, right? So in general, who like spicy food? Ai thích thức ăn? Loại người nào thích thức ăn?
Younger people.
Younger people like spicy food, right?
Yes.
Though there are some who do not like spicy food, right? Okay. Kenny, in general, your topic is about what? Public transport, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In general, what types of people like public transport?
In general, most of people.
What people? What types of people? What types of people?
Okay. In general, younger people took MRT. Often took MRT, but some people, though there are some who don't took MRT before.
Do not take. Not took.
Do not take.
Good. Good. Iona, you get the public transport also, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
In general, workers.
Worker.
workers. Workers.
But like most of them, or a lot of them, or some of them.
A lot of workers.
Worker. So we can say white collar, right?
Okay, white collar.
Worker. What?
Take
Use-
take
use-
MRT. Oh, use.
MRT.
Yes.
Though
Low
there are
is there are
some
many
who-
routes in MRT station. MRT.
No, we say like a lot of them,
Oh.
but though some of them don't take it. So who
Oh, there are
do
some.
not use MRT?
Oh. Oh.
Okay. So well, Anna, you're talking about internet. Okay. What types of people like internet
Mhm. Uh,
in general?
general children.
Children is too young for the internet. Maybe teenager, maybe adolescent.
Okay. In general, teenager.
Adolescent. Try to use this word.
General adolescent.
Adolescent.
Most adolescents
Use internet.
use the internet. Use the internet.
Though there are
They
Some.
are
who do not use the internet. Okay. Got it? Right. In general, most adolescents use the internet, though there are some who do not use the internet. Got it, Anna?
yes.
Danny? Is Danny here?
No, Benny not here.
Okay, Danny not here. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so we go with that, everyone, right? So try to use this structure, okay? Next. All right. Next one, you need to use the quantity verbs to talk about how many people like A. Remember, we talk about how many of them like. I think most people ride the subway, or the majority of American people drive to work. So we say most or the majority of. Most có nghĩa là hầu hết, majority là đa số, đa phần. Đa phần. Okay, so let's do it. I think. I think. You can
Yes.
use most, or you can use the majority of.
The majority of Vietnamese people drive
What kind of people?
motorbike.
What kind of people? Remember, need to use what kind of people. What types of people? Mình phải nói là cái loại người nào.
white collar workers
Vietnamese,
with
white,
Vietnamese white collar workers
use motorbike
use motorbike
to work.
to work.
Okay, good. Kenny.
I think most people live in Taipei.
What types of people? What types of people? Try to practice all types of people.
Okay, I think most white collar.
White collar worker.
Yeah, workers take the
MRT.
Yeah, to work every yeah.
To work every day.
Yeah.
Iona. Use majority of.
What is MRT? Please, teacher.
Kenny, can you explain MRT?
It's
What?
like subway.
Like subway. It means subway.
MRT. Mi az? What is?
Subway.
Is it another name of subway in Taiwan? Okay. I think, Iona, your turn. I think the majority,
No.
Iona, where are you?
Hello. I think the majority of teenagers catch MRT to work every day.
Teenager don't work. Yeah.
School.
Yeah. They go
Teenagers
to school.
go shopping.
Or go or to
Subway.
to the mall. Daily. Something like that, right?
Yes.
Make sure your sentence needs to be in the same way because teenager they don't work yet. Right? Okay. Next is who else here? That's it. Okay, let's move on. Okay, next. Okay. Write the words below in the correct spaces. We have adolescents, white-collar workers, the unemployed, elderly people, wealthy people. Number one. In traditional Vietnamese activities such as playing Chinese jazz and drinking tea are still very popular with what in Vietnam?
Elder people in Vietnam.
Read the whole thing. Can you read the whole thing? Read the whole thing.
Traditional Vietnamese activities such as playing Chinese chess and
Jazz,
drinking tea.
Jazz, not cheese. Jazz.
Chess, Chinese chess and drinking tea are still very popular with elder people in Vietnam.
Elderly.
Elderly people in Vietnam.
Good. Number two, Kemi. Bikes are not as popular as they were a few years ago. Now bikes are mostly ridden by poor people such as at school and college.
School and college. Most.
Bikes are not as popular as they were a few years ago. Now bikes are mostly ridden by poor people, such as the unemployed and
Unemployed, okay.
wolf and the adolescents at school.
Adolescents.
Adolescents at
Okay.
school and the college.
Good. Next, the bus is mainly popular with students and traveling to and from work. Most students tend to have their own cars and take taxis everywhere. Anna?
The bus is mainly popular with students and traveling to and from work. Students and adolescents. No?
Adolescent is teenager, so they don't go to work yet.
Traveling to from work. This is mainly popular. Akkor unemployed.
Unemployed tend to have their own cars. Unemployed, do they have cars?
Most white collar workers. No?
Most white collar workers tend to have their own cars. Doesn't make sense. Here in America, everyone has car anyway, but let's say put this way in the correct way. The bus is mainly popular with students and adolescents traveling to and from work or white collar workers. Most wealthy people tend to have their own cars or take taxi everywhere, right? Because you have to pay for a taxi every day. Got it?
Teacher, you
Yeah.
are wealthy people because I see you own cars and take a car when you to work.
Yeah. The most we can use most wealthy people tend to have their own car, right? And take taxi everywhere.
Mhm.
Because when you take taxi, you have to have money to pay for that, right?
Yes.
So you should be wealthy people. Got it?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, next. All right, so now use the following quantity words which you should master so that you also don't generalize about people. We say most people. We don't say people in general because if you say people only, you mean everybody, right? But not all people. So you say most people. For example, I think most people like to occasionally watch and play sports. Not all of them, right? So you must. The majority, right? The majority of teenagers listen to pop music at least once a week. The majority, right? So try to use these quantity words. A lot of. I believe a lot of people will decide to study abroad in the future. A lot of, not all. So try to use quantity, which means you tell how many people doing that. Okay, next. A small percentage of. A small percentage of, only a small percentage of students have their own cars in Vietnam. A small percentage, not many, small percentage of. Very few, very few. In my opinion, very few poor people have the chance to study English because why? They have to pay. Right? They
Mhm.
have to pay. So we say very few. So those things say the number of people, right, doing that. Next. Okay. So we play these sentences below using the words in the bracket. So you have the word here, a lot of here, so you change. Instead of say all Vietnamese people, not all of them. All Vietnamese people regularly play badminton when they are young. In have you been phrasing?
Vietnamese people regularly play badminton when they are young. A lot of.
In
Every single Vietnamese person
no,
likes
yeah, use a
a
lot
lot
of.
of a lot of people.
Now use this sentence. A lot of change all to a lot of.
A lot of Vietnamese people regularly play badminton when they are young.
Next, number 2, Iona. Use not many for no.
Not many women play golf in Vietnam.
Number 3, Kenny use the majority of for every single. Kenny,
The majority of.
The majority of Vietnamese person likes to listen to music.
number 4, Anna, use very few for nobody.
Very few.
At
Very few at my university play table tennis.
good. Number 5, back to in. Use most instead of everyone.
Most everyone.
No,
What?
most, not everyone. Most.
Most watch the Lunar New Year's parade.
Parade.
Parade.
Next six for Iona, use a small percentage of instead of no.
Okay, a small percentage of rich people ever ride a bike.
Good. All right. So you need to practice these things so to use it fluently. Okay. All right. When you are trying to talk about a lot of people, you should also use different expressions of habits so that you don't generate too much. Use the following expression to say what people usually or normally do in general. In general, people in India like to eat spicy food. In general. Generally speaking, English people don't really learn many other languages. General speaking. What else? As a rule, the older generation tends to be more traditional than the younger generation. As a rule, like it's a rule, like it's the truth. Right? It's true. More often than not, businessmen drive cars to work more often than not. I mean, most of the time they drive cars to work more often than not.
I've got to work more often than not.
Tend to. Most people in my country tend to enjoy playing chess. Tend to.
Yes. What a tend to.
All right, so we write these sentences below in the correct order. Number one is
Oh. Me. So me. Oh. İşte. Boys.
if
More. I'm thinking.
Boys.
Popular boys is
Is
I don't know.
I think I got this wrong. Ah, not E. Okay, so correct that. So I can say A is a rule. Remember we use it as a rule. As a rule, what?
Rule.
Oh, football. Okay. Okay. So as a rule, what? Football.
Football is more
popular. Popular what? Is more popular with boys.
with boys.
Right? Got it?
Yeah.
So use A as a rule. Number two, Penny.
a lot
of Vietnamese, generally, a lot of Vietnamese people
Generally speaking.
or generally speaking, a lot of Vietnamese people eat rice.
Yep. So, number three, Iona.
Six.
Regularly.
Where? Generally, I don't see it.
Regularly.
What your sentence?
Oh, students.
More than
Kind like a puzzle. It's a
Oh.
long.
It's
long
very
sentence.
difficult.
Long sentence.
I think regularly regularly.
University students often plays sports. Not very. Not very. What? Not very regularly. Okay. Wait,
Together watching sport.
You remember, let me go back here. Remember more often than that, more often than not here. They go at the end. They go at the end, right?
more often.
More often
More
than
often
not. More often
than-
than
Oh,
not.
more often not.
No,
Okay.
that's at the end of the sentence.
Yeah, I more often. Yeah, university. Regularly. Can you give me some tips?
That's what I give you. More often than not. That I give
Yeah, I know.
Don't be greedy.
You are handsome.
Can he help her?
More often.
University.
University.
So don't look at it more, right? Often than not, right?
Yes.
So we don't use that yet now. So now we have regularly, we have university, we have sports, we have student, we have very.
students play sports
Regularly.
regularly.
University students.
University student. What else?
Regularly.
Regularly play sport, right? What else?
Play sports more often than not.
More often than
Often
not.
than not.
Okay,
Right?
got it?
Okay.
Okay, number 4 in. Oh, I mean Anna. I'm sorry, Anna.
Yes. Oh, I think to like mean together. Mean together watching sport. De tudom, de többit nem. Nem. Together watching sport, ez biztos.
Which one is for men?
Men
And right? Men tend to like watching what?
watching
Sport together.
together.
Right? Men tend to watching sport together. In number 5.
General.
In general,
People like in general rich people
rich people.
like to drive cars.
Okay. Yep. Correct. All right. Whew. It's hard, right? Okay.
Yes, it's very hard.
Yeah, because you are now in lesson 7. All right. So almost done. And the more you work, the harder it is. So 10 more minutes. Okay. So this is what is the example or the sample of the question. A music popular in Vietnam. So look at this sample. I think it depends on what kind of music you are talking about. Most people in Vietnam listen to music every day. So I use most people. So this one says quantity, most people. As a rule, right? As a rule, the young generation types of people usually listen to pop, rock, and hip hop music, whereas the older people type of people here tend to listen to older Vietnamese song or folk music. I think many wealthy people, types of people, listen to classical music, sometimes going to live concert. So you see that all the underlined words are the ones that you need to include in your answer. Try to use it in, right? Flexibility, right? In flexibility way. Okay. Or the other way, is football popular in your country? Generally speaking, I use this one so I don't say it, right? The whole thing. I would say that the majority of quantity, the majority of high school and university male students, what types of people, high school and university male students, regularly play football? As for watching football, so I switch my idea. I think most Vietnamese men, what types of people, most Vietnamese men of all ages, frequently watch World Cup. I don't believe football is very popular with many quantity Vietnamese women. What kind of people? What type of people? Women. Okay. All right. So let's talk about it. All right. So again, I know it will be a lot of work for you, a lot of concepts that is difficult for you, that are difficult for you. That's why, because you are on lesson 7, so you work a lot and a lot and a lot. Okay. So I'm going to put this assignment in the classroom for you to practice. Okay.
Yes.
Now you may not get it yet. That's why, because we don't have much time to go in detail. But the more you practice, the more you get it. Okay. Any questions?
It's very hard to this lesson very hard.
All right. If you go lesson 8, lesson 9, lesson 10, all the way to lesson 40, it's really hard. So you need to work really hard for this year, right?
Yes.
You know what? I like to know.
Mhm.
Learning is not easy. But if you can see how I add more work for you, right? If you don't stay on task, you will get long way behind the lesson. Okay.
Yes.
I'm telling you, see how many people can continue with me toward the end of the journey, right? If you don't work really hard, you cannot continue because you will be behind a lot. Okay. So make sure this year you work really hard, more than last year,
Yes.
in order to get to the end with me. Okay. So I give you a heads up. I give you a heads up. So start this week, I will add vocabularies in the classroom. I will add reading comprehension in the classroom for you, along with these kind of assignments. So we have 2 more assignments to add on for you. Okay.
Yes.
So which means that you work every single day of your week for my lesson, not just one day. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Just a heads up for you. And I apologize ahead of time because that is what my expectation for you. It may be a lot of work, but if you try your best, you can get there. Okay. It's a lot of challenge for you, but it does work to help you to improve your English. Other than that, you will stay at the same spot. You cannot improve anything. Got it?
Yes.
But I'm
Yes.
always here to help you. Anything you don't understand, make sure you communicate with me. All right. I have a feeling that at lesson 40, maybe just one of you work with me. But don't let that happen. All right. So any concern, any question, go ahead. Let me know now. We have 4 more minutes.
Teacher,
Yes.
can you post this lesson
Okay.
on Google Class
Yep.
to
it's
us?
Okay, let me
Yes.
share this for you. Okay, let me share this for you. Okay. So when you go here, you will locate everything in here. In Google Classroom. You will go to lesson plan. Where is lesson plan? Let me see. Okay, give me a second. So go to lesson plan. The tab lesson plan. Let me find it for you. Lesson plan here. Okay. You see lesson plan? Okay.
Oh, yes.
I will edit it. I will send it to all of you. Okay.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
So now you will go to your Google Classroom. From the email, you just click on this one and open it. And then try to open with that whatever. You click on that, all the material here for you. Okay.
Yes.
All right, so that's the one way that you want to look at the lesson plan. Okay. And if you, okay, so the vocabulary is here, I will post it in another way so you can review it. Okay. Let me put vocabulary so you can review it. Give me a second. I'm not sure if I have vocabulary here. I don't have it in my laptop, but I will transfer it here for you, or I will post in the classroom group for you to do it. Okay.
Yes.
And remember all the vocabularies from this lesson, it will be in your midterm test too. Right? In midterm test, you will have all those vocabularies tested for you. Good question. Kenny, you have any questions?
I want to know which words most used in American people, in generally speaking, or as a rule.
As a rule,
Yeah.
it means like when you say as a rule, it's a fact. This is a fact, right? But if you say in general or general speaking, you said in general. But as a fact, for example, you know that older people or the elderly, they don't like to use internet because they don't know the technology. You can say as a rule. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as a rule means in fact or actually.
Yeah.
Actually,
So it's just a
yes.
different way. You try to use different words in your speaking, not rather than just say the same word every single time. Right? Yes, good question. Iona, any question in less than 1 minute?
Can I have no questions?
Okay.
My question is I don't have a question.
Okay. Good. All right. Okay, guys. So bye. This is all the lesson today, and I will post it in the classroom. So keep practicing. Okay.
Okay.
See you next week. All right. Bye bye.
See you.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.